Hi friends, welcome to my channel, and here we have the latest mailing from Total Tarot magazine, the Part Works. So I'm just going to open it with you. So it arrived this morning and it's a really dark, dismal December day. I'm thinking about putting some light on here, but they're so shiny, these magazines, it's a bit difficult to control. So we'll see how we go with the normal light. So this time we have parts 50 and 51 and the Medieval Tarot. So this, I would assume, is the Strength card. Not sure what this one is, but it looks like it's in Christopher. I'm not sure. It's going to be quite an interesting deck to look at, actually. Right, I'm going to put the magazine to one side and we will see what else we have. So see what else we have. We have the tuck box for the tarot deck. So this is going to be the Medieval Tarot. Interesting. I don't know this deck at all. I have no knowledge of it. I've never heard of it before. We have our Art Nouveau tarot cards that we've been collecting from the beginning. So, this top box is starting to look a bit worse for wear, as they do. Never mind. I like it as well. It's got this bling on it. Look at this Strength card. Isn't it gorgeous? Okay, so we have the Queens. So we've got the Wands and the Cups. And aren't they glorious? Let's zoom down so we can see them. They're absolutely beautiful, aren't they? Very Rider-Waite-Smith. There's no surprises with these cards. If you know the Rider-Waite-Smith system, then they're easy. They're just beautiful. So yeah, we have the Queens, two of them. So we'll have two more Queens in the next mailing, and then we'll be on to the Kings. Anyway, let's put these in. Gosh, they're so gorgeous. Look at that. Beautiful. If you like bling, you'll love this deck. There is a smaller version of this. Oh, missed one. Yeah, there is a smaller version of this deck. It's just in these mailings we actually get the large version. So yeah, how special are we getting that? So it's a good reason for continuing with the collection. So these we have here, the latest deck. Medieval Tarot. Nice backs. Okay, let's find the tag. It's so easy to own. So we have the title card. These are the backs. Reversible. Normal low Scarabeo cardstock, not too bad. Oh. Okay. So I'll zoom in and we'll have a look at the cards together. Very slippy. Okay, so we have our Fool, our Court Jester, wow, those shoes, trip over those. Nice image though, I like that. Magician. So we don't have the card titles, we just have the numbers. So 0 for the Fool, 1 for the Magician. He's got some tools here, look. An alchemist, I would say. We have the High Priestess. Yeah, it's a very distinctive art style, isn't it? Empress. Emperor. Red for the Mars energy there. Not cross-legged though, like most emperors. That's different. The High Priest. Or Hierophant. The Lovers. Cupid there, fully dressed. The Chariot. That's a strange, I don't know. On the edge of a cliff by... why is it on the edge of a cliff here? That's unusual. Justice at 8. So strength will be at 11. We have a Hermit. Father Time, huh? Cronus with the... Instead of a lamp, we've got the hourglass there. Got those strange slippers on as well. How did they walk in those? The Wheel of Fortune. The Fortuna turning the wheel. And we have strength at 11. Looks a little bit like the same person here. Maybe it was the same model. Hanged One. Gosh, it's a rich person by the looks of things. The card shan't be named. Why is Death kneeling before this figure? Trying to embrace them, I think, actually. A deathly embrace. We have Temperance. The Devil, or the grand-looking Devil. The Fires of Hell there. We have the Tower. No one's falling out of this tower. It is just the tower itself that's coming apart, being destroyed. We have the Star. Beautiful. Really rich, nice, vibrant colours in this deck. We have the Moon. Look to the moon. The Sun. Look to the sun. And we have Judgment. And the World. Okay, so the court cards. I wonder what the minors are like. I wonder if they're pips or no. Maybe not, we shall see. So we have the Ace and the Feast before us. So they are illustrated. It's not a big deck. So we have the Two of Cups. Well, we've gone quite far into this relationship, haven't we? If we're in the bedroom. This is not a first meeting, or maybe it's a first. I don't know. The Three. So the cups are quite prominent within the imagery. So what's going on here? It's a different take, isn't it, on the Three of Cups? I've got three maidens dancing here. It looks like maybe somebody on a sick bed. I'm not sure. The Four of Cups. Yeah, these are different meanings then, presumably, because they are different depictions than we would see in a Rider-Waite-Smith. But then, is this before the Rider-Waite-Smith, or has this been imagined from medieval art? Well, it'll be interesting to see what the magazines say. I mean, that looks more like a Five of Pentacles sort of energy, but there we go. The 6. We've got a lot of bedroom scenes in this cup suit. Looks a bit bored. Okay, 7 of Cups. 8. The 9. Very strange. Why is this lion? Is it a lion? I think it is. Strange. We have a 10 of Cups. Okay, so onto the Courts and the Page. Doffing his cap. Okay, so we've got symbols above here to show us which court card it is. So the Knight of Cups. This horse looks very squashed in. Well, Queen of Cups has a baby. Huh. This is a surprising deck. King of Cups with a very large cup. Okay, so now we're on to Pentacles. And the Ace, and someone's actually giving food. Pouring it into a sack, maybe grain or something. I was looking at the coin itself. Oh, trying to keep balance on the sea there. Usually that's in the background, isn't it? The 3 of Pentacles working together normally. 4. Oh, we're on a ship again. So what's going on with the ship? This seems like a story, doesn't it? Oh, Crusaders. The 5. Looks a bit like storekeeper. 6. 7. That's interesting because here in the 7 of Pentacles we've got somebody giving out his alms, giving out help or aid to someone less fortunate, and don't we usually see that in the 6? So yeah, this is a different system, isn't it? 8 of Pentacles, so we're in the court being judged. Normally this is the card of work, repetitive work. The 9 of Pentacles, blessing the crops. The 10. And onto the court card, to the Page. Nice stockings. Oh look, a coin. The Knight. Interesting, he's looking away. The Queen. Background's gorgeous in this. Look at the background of the King and the Queen. That wallpaper, a wall hanging. If you put these two together, it's almost like the King is beseeching the Queen, who is ignoring them. Being ignored. Richly dressed though. I could be very rude here, but I'm going to refrain. All I shall say is, oh ladies, look at my big stick. Are you impressed? Someone was. Okay, the 2, you have a conference going on. 3. Oh, I see, they're being lowered onto the horse this night. By some sort of pulley system. I think the horse is too impressed. Horse says, no, 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 no. Okay, 4 of Wands, being serenaded. This is a fun deck. I'm liking it. I wasn't sure about it, but I am liking it. This does look like St. Christopher, doesn't it? Maybe a giant. I don't know. 6 of Wands. Oh dear. 7. 8. So we've got plans for a church then here, or a cathedral. The 9. The 10. And the court. So we have the page. He's dragging that big stick behind him now. He's not letting that go. Knight. Queen. And the king. I like putting the king and queens together just to see how they interact. He was a very young king. Okay, swords. Ooh. On top of the castle turret here. 2. Fighting. The 3. Measuring. The 4. Reading. All alone on their own little island. The 5. Oh, what's going on here? What is going on here? It looks like they're being whipped with barbed... Oh, that looks nasty. Why would angels do that? What on earth? Oh. 6. Look at these shoes. 7. 8. The dragon on the 9. With a they've got a chain. Yeah, it's chained the dragon. There you go, here's my pet dragon. Or is it a griffin? I don't know. What we got going on here? And the 10. We've got a bit of devil. Oh, okay. I think what this is saying, we have a mad person here that's being driven by the devil energy and being held from behind. Oh dear, strange imagery. Okay, we have our page. Again, we've got these sort of silly pointed footwear. I don't know. Why would you do that? Is that to like injure someone with your feet? Maybe. We have the knight. Queen. How is that being kept on? What is going on under the chin there? That hat looks pretty heavy. And the king. It looks like a lot older, this king. It's got the Emperor's globe there. Okay, so that's the deck. Don't know, what do you think? It's certainly different, isn't it? I like the way the borders have been done. So it's not just a straight line, it sort of bleeds in almost. That's quite nice. It'll be interesting to see what the magazines think. I'll have a look at that now. Okay, so let's put these to one side. So let's have a little look at the magazines. So hopefully I've got everything on screen here. We have issue 50. It's a bit damaged actually. I think it's warped a bit with this bad weather outside. Okay, so we've got a larger image of, I presume, the strength card on the front. So we have a contents page and then an article. So this is a second part of the Advanced Meanings article, and this is about private life. Here we've got the Harmonious Tarot, that is, isn't it? The Three of Cups. Can't remember what issue that was in, but yeah. Very popular deck, that one. So what's all this? Cards in detail. Okay, so the three main things that people ask about are love, money, and work. Love, work, and money. So, what was this? Readers can use an advanced or thematic meaning instead of essential meanings or keywords, or they can use this as a starting point to build their own personal interpretation of the cards. Okay, so this is going more on intuition, I think. Well, I don't really know until I actually read the full article, which I'm obviously not going to do right now. So, yeah, this is all the Harmonious Tarot. There we are. It was in 6 and 7, so quite some time ago. Because now we're on 50 and 51. So what does it say? Love and the Fool. So if this was in a position that was an obstacle for a romantic issue, thematic meaning is it can represent extreme idealism or alternatively total indifference. I'm going to have to read the article, I think. So, adapted meanings. So, adapting it to the reading. So, yeah, love, work, money, additional aspects, health, family, friends, having fun, hobbies, food. I don't know about food. Okay, again, I'm going to have to read the article. Card in detail, we have this time the King of Pentacles. So we've got 5 symbols. It's a very busy card, isn't it? The King of Pentacles, all these grapes and things. There's a lot to look at. So a materially successful card. Superior ability in commerce and business. Mixes practical and material. Sharing abundance, some keywords. The essential meanings, administration and trade. More about it there. And we have that thematic meanings, which is what they were talking about here. So we have meanings as they relate to different themes that we're looking at. So personal life, divination, psyche and soul. So we'd go to there if we were reading in this way, rather than going to, I wonder if it's in this one, the meaning of the card. Yeah, there we go. The meanings that are set down here. So I think what they're saying is there's 2 sets of meanings in the magazine. There's the themed meanings, so adapting it to a theme, be that love, work, money, and then there's the actual individual meanings here of the cards. Okay, so I understand, I think, a bit better now. So here we have the King of Pentacles in different decks. We have it on the court diagram. the old-fashioned way of looking at the King of Pentacles, so their occupation and their appearance. So if he was going to use it as a significator. Traditional meanings, upright and reversed. And we have, what do we have? The Worth Tarot. Success comes from working wisely and exploiting favourable opportunities. Tarot of the Angels. Economic power won't heal the wounds left by the arrows of love. Completely different take, isn't it? Klimt. The Wise. Recall that behind wealth, each person is naked and weak. Oh, Emperor's New Clothes, really, isn't it? So it's really strange how it reads differently with different decks. Which is all part of the fun, really, isn't it? The versions we've got Lo Scarabeo, which is the Earth King. We have Dark Angels, Lost in His Own Things, Universal Celtic, Balance and Wisdom. We had that one in 16 and 17. Nefertiti, the King living in opulence, of course. We have the Elder of Earth in the Pagan Tarot, which is coming pretty soon, actually, 54 and 55. So yeah, not next mailing, but the one after. Yee, I'm looking forward to that. Universal Fantasy, Pride in Mystery and Art. The Shaman Tarot, that's coming a bit later on in the collection, 60 and 61. And that's the Master of the Visions. That's an interesting card. And then the Fae Tarot, which is the King who ruled everything. Okay, so now we have a spread. So they outline the spread in the first part of the mailing, and then in the second part I think they give an example of it. That's the way it normally goes. I presume it will this time. So we've got a 6-card spread using only the majors, and it's to help the querent take the first steps to emerge from a negative situation through working on themselves. So it's a shadow work deck, shadow work spread. Pairing the cards, positioning them, reading them, interpreting them. Here are the positions. Okay, so let's have a look. Right, this first row, 1, 2, 3, is the querent reputation. Wow. And the querent world. Okay, so that's 3 aspects of the same situation. Then these 2, 4 and 5. A change in the way the querent acts, a change in the way the querent thinks, and then this last card at the bottom here, the benefits for the querent if they do that. So it's, I think it's about changing the way you think. Anyway, might have a go at that. Synthesis of the spread we have now. Okay, so the deck library. So this is actually talking about the medieval tarot. So let's see, created by the artist Guido Zibori Marchesi in 2005. So it's, wow, it's nearly 20 years old. So it's a language of symbols, I would presume, yeah, because back then there would have, I think everything was written in Latin, maybe. Yeah, so like ordinary people wouldn't be able to read because it's a different language. So they would learn by looking at pictures, and this is where church windows came in to instruct the populace. But anyway, that's another another subject. This is the major arcana. So if we look, let's look at another card, shall we? Let's look at, what should we look at? I want to look at this death card because it's strange the way that death is sort of on their knees. Okay. Change. Everything ends but leaves a mark behind. Okay. Small or large. Each individual can make sure that mark is positive. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. I like that interpretation. Oh, that's good. That's good. I love it when you can add to your own sort of dictionary of interpretations with cards. I like that. What do we have here? A bit more about the deck and the background. What's this now? So as the medieval, I can't talk today. As the medieval tarot is inspired directly by medieval art and symbols, it can also be interpreted using esoteric meanings from alchemy. For example, in The Magician, find the Magician. What have I done here? Put me back to front, I think. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. So in The Magician, which is this card here, what does it say? One can see the depiction of the alchemist at work. His feet are on a chessboard. That's a chessboard. I did not know that was a chessboard. Okay. So his feet are on a chessboard floor that contains magic symbols. Yeah, magic symbols, okay. Alchemical, astrological and Kabbalistic. Interesting. We've got cross keys there, I can see that. And he has the Ouroboros in his hand, which is the snake eating its own tail. The snake eating its own tail, a symbol of alchemical transformations and incessant change. Yeah, forever changing. Snake shedding its skin. All right, it's going to be an interesting article to read, I think. Shall we have a look at a minor? Let's have a look at a minor. Okay. 4 of Pentacles. Why are these guys on a ship? 4 of Pentacles. What's it say? Conflict. Even when you must forcibly defend what you have achieved, you must have limits. I suppose they're limited in the boat, though. They haven't got much room to move. Oh dear. Sorry about all the shadows. It's just as dark as night and it's like daytime. Anyway, so we have a visual reference to the medieval tarot. These are the majors. Practice makes perfect, so we have to go in the magazine for each part that you want to look at. And then we'll go on to number 51. So, what do we have here? That really looks like, to me, St. Christopher. But I might look at that one actually. Let's have a look at that one. That's a Wands card, isn't it? Okay, so it's the 5 of Wands. What's it say? Transition. With the right means, an ocean can be crossed. With the wrong means, getting from one side of a ditch to the other can be difficult. Gosh, they're quite deep meanings, aren't they? Wow. This is going to be a very interesting deck to explore, I think. Anyway, reading the Tarot Advanced Meanings 3. So we've got the 3rd article on Advanced Meanings. So about history of tarot, 19th century, guided by the stars. Yeah, that's history there. That's talking about the history of divination. Benefits of divination, and then now, up to date. A better understanding of how a situation might evolve. We can peer into the future. Can we though? It's not how I read tarot. Anyway, each to their own. A better understanding of what we must do and when to do it. We're back to those thematic meanings again. The answer, the tip, timing, games and gifts. So you can actually be playful with tarot. I'm just using it as a game. Okay. I'm going to read the article because that is, I don't know, that's not sitting well with me. What do we have here? We have that Tower of the Angels that we had with part 34 and 35. Okay. Card in detail is the Ace of Wands. So the essential meaning, creativity, initiative. I seriously can't speak today. We've got 4 symbols highlighted on the card. This is weird. I mean, it just says countryside. A scenic landscape extends beyond with a quaint castle sitting upon a hill over a winding river. What does a hill signify? What does a castle signify? What does a river signify? They all have meaning that isn't explored really, is it? I think you'd need to go to there is a dictionary of symbols that you can look these things up. I think by Thompson. I've got it somewhere. Anyway. Yeah, this isn't giving you a lot. I think this magazine really just, well, this collection just gives you a jumping off point. Really, I don't think it's in and of itself enough, but that's my my feelings about this collection actually. Anyway, to be inspired is to be alive. We have keywords. Those themes, what the card shows us, the spark of desire. Then we've got the different decks. Okay, traditional meanings, upright reversed, questions, what lights your fire? What gets you excited? It is a bit of a phallic symbol, isn't it, the Ace of Wands? What gets you excited? Anyway, the lesson, and then how it relates to Kabbalah, really. Well, the Golden Dawn, yeah. This is the Tree of Life, the Sephirah is Keter. And we have autumn here for the ones. According to this. Okay. So we have the Worth, Tower of the Angels, Klimt, luck provides unexpected help. Do not waste what is gained. We have Lascodabeo, Pagan, Nefertatis, White Cats. We had that one in 1331. Shaman Tarot, which is coming. The Dark Grimoire. Look at that. It's like got a light shining on the book there. Book of Creation. Universal Celtic, which we had early on, 16 and 17. And then the Fae Tarot, a seed growing. I like that. Then we have that spread from issue 50. Yeah, an example reading here. And how that could be read. Always useful. And the synthesis of it. Digressions in reading. What's this? Allegorical meanings. They can study the concept of Ars Memorandi. See issue 50's Tarot Deck Library article. Ars Memorandi. It's got to be memory, hasn't it? Memory from art, I'm thinking. Let's have a look. There we go. In medieval universities, Ars Memorandi was a collection of mnemonic techniques aimed at developing intelligence and knowledge in order to improve people's intellectual gifts, moral virtues, and spiritual qualities through the study of symbols and images. So, yeah, art of memory. That's what it means, art of memory. Okay. So, what's all this? This looks really interesting. So, the 78 Arcana and Medieval Allegories. So, the interpretations are linked to medieval allegorical meaning. The meanings are listed below. Okay, so each one has just got one word. So King of Cups, intellectual. Okay, so if we went, let's take the title cards out. Oop. Let's take a Major Arcana card. We have 9, which is the Hermit. Look, research. Okay, so we've got research. Then we'll take a minor, so we have the 10 of Cups, 10 of Cups, 10 of Cups, 10 of Cups, harmony. So we've got research, harmony. Let's have the Two of Wands, reunion. Okay, actually that works quite well, doesn't it? I have to think about this. Hold on. So if we just take the keywords there, we have research, harmony, reunion. And we could actually make a reading straight from that, couldn't we? Maybe we're on our own here, but we want to reunite with other people. So in order to reunite with them, then we need to research how to harmonise things. Actually, that works really well. I'm impressed with that. Okay. That's something to actually play with, isn't it? Let's have a play with that. Okay. Problem cards. Oh dear. We're talking problem cards again. Actually, I don't see the problem card. Well, that's a problem card, isn't it? A Ten of Swords sometimes. If we don't read it, you know, if we just read it as 10 swords in the back, it looks like a problem card. Two minds. When a card proves difficult to read, a reader can always ask for the querent's opinion, as they can look for a solution together. Okay. For example, a querent might suggest, based solely on their own intuition, that the Ten of Swords could be interpreted as waiting, or that the Two of Pentacles suggest juggling things. I think the Ten of Swords depictions in most tarot decks gives it quite a frightening aspect, I think. And I think you need to know the tarot to know why it's depicted in that way. So yeah, but that's my opinion. Okay, so why can't I understand the message that this card represents? So help for or advice for when that happens. So you could, what could you do here? You could look at the best and worst case scenarios. You could clarify it with other cards. We could replace one card with another. Don't see the point in that, but anyway, make a spread dynamic, use a revelation card, which I think is pretty much the same as the clarification. Is it? The reader draws a single card in response to the question, why can't I understand the message that this card represents? Well, isn't that a clarification card? The card drawn will reveal the preconception or weak point that is blocking the reader's intuitive abilities. To me, that's a clarification. You clarify it with another card. Anyway, positive problems, if they appear in a complicated context, provide opportunities for learning. So we've got some history again, and this time we're on Worth. Oswald Worth. I think we had Oswald Worth before, didn't we? Maybe it's a follow-up. Early life, discovering tarot. He's a Mason. Oh, is that it? There's just 2 pages on that. Okay. Rosicrucian symbol. The Rosy Cross. Yes, there it is. And we have a visual reference to the miners in the medieval tarot. Then we have Practice Makes Perfect and where to go in the magazine for different articles. And then we have a preview of what's coming. And so next mailing we will have Tarot of the Elves. Lovely. Looking forward to that. We have the carding detail with the Two of Wands and then the Three of Wands. More on advanced readings. And in here we're talking about English Masters. Okay. We've got the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords in our Tarot Art Nouveau. Golden Art Nouveau Tarot even. Anything else? No, I think that's it. Yeah. So that has been my first look at Total Tarot Magazine issues 50 and 51. So I hope you enjoyed this, and until the next video, friends, bye now.